Hello fellow citizens of Panem. My name is Kira and I am your host for District 6. District 6 is all about transportation. We take you places outside your country, across the seas, and today I am here to talk about Panemathon. Panemathon is a Hunger Games inspired readathon that has 12 prompts for each of the corresponding 12 districts. This readathon was created by Robbie, who is over at And His Nose is Stuck in a Book. I will leave his announcement video down in the description below for a full explanation of how this readathon will work, where you can find more information. There is a Twitter page for this as well. For right now, we will be discussing my district, District 6. So being the fact that my district is District 6 and we are responsible for transportation, my reading prompt is read a book set outside of your country. So the wonderful thing about this reading prompt is that this reading prompt can pretty much go for a wide variety of books. You can pick fantasy, you can pick books in space. You can do a lot of different things with this prompt, which is the most wonderful thing about it. And why should you join this district? Because this prompt will apply to so many different books that you've had on your TBR. But if you don't really have a book necessarily in mind, I'm also going to be discussing the group book. For the group book, you actually get double points for reading the book that I have picked out. There's also 4 additional books like that I have also picked out, and those 4 additional books you will receive 50% credit on those books. So the primary book that I have actually picked out for this one that you will receive full points for is Cursed, illustrated by Frank Miller and written by Thomas Wheeler. This book is actually very intriguing. It is an Arthurian retelling, but with a girl who actually is the one that pulls the sword. This book has been very popular. I picked it because not only have I not read it, but I have heard so many wonderful things about it. It's going to be a Netflix series eventually. This book is pretty thick. It's about 403 pages, but a good portion of it is illustrations also, and it should give you plenty of time if you'd like to pick up some of the other books that I have for my district. So the 4 books that you will get half credit for, the first one being The Bone Witch by Rin Chapeko. This is also a fantasy tale. This does not take place here, so this is very easy. Anybody can read this book, doesn't matter what part of the world you're in. This book's actually the first in a series for The Bone Witch, and it's about a necromancer, which sounds freaking fabulous. Now, the other book that I also picked for this is Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. So this is about a magical library where there's grimoires that have a life of their own, they're almost like little people like in the span of books, and they're very intriguing, and somebody's been sabotaging the libraries. So it's kind of got like a little bit of a mystery added into this as well. The other book that you'll get partial credit for is Fate of the Fallen by Cal Cade. This is kind of like the Chosen One trope gone wrong. Basically, they have a chosen one, and the chosen one ends up dying, and then pretty much his best friend has to figure out how to finish things off. I've heard wonderful things about this book as well. This is actually an adult fantasy. It's also relatively thin. The last book that I picked for this is The Armored Saint by Mike Cole. This is extremely short. This is the alternative book, and this is all about how there are portals being opened to hell. This is a grimdark fantasy that I've heard phenomenal things about as well. This is the other book that I have picked out, the 4th and final book that I picked out for the alternatives that you'll get 50% credit for. Now basically with the 12 prompts, you actually get 1 point per page except for the group book that you decide to pick up. So the group book is the only one that you will get double the points for. However, you do not have to read all 12 prompts. You do not have to read for all 12 districts to get a ton of points. Actually, if you pick up a few really big books, that'll give you a ton of points. Since you're getting 1 point per page, you'll end up getting a ton of points just based off picking up really, really big books. So if you guys decide to join my district, you guys will have access to pretty much anything outside of your country, which is fantasy, sci-fi, a ton of stuff, which means that you guys will be able to explore and travel to distant places when we're stuck at home because there's not a lot to do right now. So there's also going to be a reread for some of the Hunger Games books as well, which is also going to be very exciting. I do recommend once again to go check out Robbie's video from And His Nose is Stuck in the Book, which once again is linked down in the description below because he does discuss the dates. But if you read all 3 of these books, you will actually get sponsor points, and this is good for any of the districts. It doesn't matter which one you join. We will be doing rereads if you read all 3 of these books, 100 pages each, plus 200 bonus points for a total of 500 points. If you read A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, you will also get 500 points. So there's so many ways that you guys can go ahead and collect points for your district. It's very exciting. I haven't read these in years. So I will be very excited to dig back into these as well. Now, where do you sign up to join? There is a sign-up sheet, which I will also leave that down in the description below. The sign-up sheet will allow you to pick whatever district that you want to get into. And of course, I'm sure you guys will be picking the easy one, because this one you will be able to pick a lot of different books for. Plus, we have some serious girl power going on here. So also in the description below, we have our Panem page counter. We have so many things like that are going to be tailored to this readathon. This is going to be a huge readathon, and I hope you guys will join us for the wonderful festivities and all the things like that are going to be to come in this readathon. There's going to be so much to do and so much fun, and I hope you guys will be able to join us for this. If you guys are interested, please, please, please come sign up with us. I would love to have you guys in my district. I hope you guys will sign up for this district, and I'll see you guys again very soon.